Okay, double my check. Okay, so hello, Mr. Shashu. I am admin, and my SID is S3979367, and I am currently your students in the COSC2539, the security course. And today I'm going to conduct this video for the technical demonstration for the assignment 2. So let me share my screen to you and demonstrate. So this is the task that you require us to do in the technical demo and presentation. So firstly, I will move to the Nmap technique first. So let's open Nmap, and for the target, I will as you have suggested, I will choose the scanme dot .org as the target source. And the first one, I will try to perform the ping scan first. So let's scan. And basically, the ping scan is to identify live hosts on the network, and it also to check whether the host is online or not. So in this situation, so this is the, dec the declaration that this host is up, and it is scanned in only more than half a second. And now we're moving on to the regular scan. So basically, the regular scan is a standard scan to gather information on the open ports without detecting the service versions. And it is also can scan up to 1,000 ports as well. And now we scan this. Let's scan. It may take a little bit of time to respond. Okay, as you can see here, there are 5 ports that appears on this dashboard. Also, the other 995 ports are closed. We'll come to each example. For the port 22, it is for the SSH, it is open. For the port 25, it is for SMTP. SMTP is just like emails, and the state and its status is filtered. Basically, the filters like it is implemented with firewalls or some intrusion detection. For the port 80, the status is open, and the server is HTTP. HTTP is like the internet, and the Nmap technique is done in more than 5 seconds. We're moving on to the quick trace route. So basically, like for instance, if I am not able to access the scanme.nmap.org, I can use this to send small data packets to identify, to get to know that where it jumps from IP to IP. So let me demonstrate for you. Okay. It might take a little bit of time. So here, as you can see, there are a lot of IP addresses that display right here. And the final one is the intent scan. So basically, the intent scan is the comprehensive scan that identifies the open ports as well as the servers that are running. And it is basically, it is mainly used for the penetration testing or the vulnerability testing as well. And we will test. Since it is the instant scan, so it might take more time than the other scanning techniques. So it's running. Oh my God, took so long. Okay, so it is done, basically done. And as you can see here, since it is the intent scan, it provides us with a lot of information. We will be moving to the SSH host key. As you can see here, we can see the RSA 2048 as well as the DSA 1024. It is like the encrypted keys. Also, we can find out that the OS, the aggressive OS guesses, it is basically more beneficial for the bad guys than us. Like they get to know about our operating system as well as its version. As you can see here, it predicted that I am using Linux, but I am but actually I'm using Windows to host this technical demonstration. Here's some other extra activities, and since it's the test scan, so the duration for the intense scan to take place is quite longer than the other scan, up to nearly 35 seconds to conduct this method. So that is the end of the Nmap technique. So I will be moving on to the OWASP. So for the OWASP are here, and I will choose this website, the demoplace.com, that I selected from the list that you provided in the tutorial section. So I will copy this link and paste it in the URL to attack. Sorry. And since it is only the web UI element, so it won't take a lot of time to attack this page. Then I will start to attack. Oops. Let's retry it. So when it is attacking, so I will try to describe to like distinguish between the traditional spider and the Ajax spider. For the traditional spider, it usually follows the HTML links to map to identify and to map the structure of the web application, and it is synchronous, which means after having loaded a link, then it will continue to load the next link uh, rather than the like load a lot of links simultaneously, like the asynchronous techniques. And for the Ajax Spider, like it is more JavaScript driven than websites rather than the HTML based website, and it is most used for the single page application, and it is asynchronous rather than asynchronous, as I have mentioned before. And so basically the attack has done, and now I'm going to generate a report to see the vulnerabilities that existed in this website. Okay, generate report. I will store it in my downloads file. Okay, so as you can see here, here's the alerts. Here's the summaries first. So basically, in total there are 10 vulnerabilities that existed in this web page. Four at the medium risk, two at the low risk, and four at the informational risk. It's not that important. So I will move on to this alert first. The absence of anti-CSRF tokens. Click onto this, and here's some basic information. And I will click on the CWE ID to check for further information that this vulnerability consists of. So as you can see here, it provides us with the description of the vulnerabilities. The web application does not or cannot sufficiently verify whether a well-formed, valid, consistent request was intentionally provided by the user who submitted the request. And also, here's the likelihood exploit medium, and you can scroll down for the potential mitigations here. It will mostly it recommends about the architecture and design phase rather than the other phase. I will take one as example, like for the strategy, the libraries or frameworks use a vetted library or framework that does not allow this weakness to occur or provides construct that make this weakness easier to avoid. And here's some detection methods: manual analysis, automated static analysis. And if you continue to scroll down, you see more and more information that might be useful for the further analysis or further research. So back to, and I will select one more, two more vulnerabilities to address. 200. Okay, let's select 200. Information disclosure, suspicious comments. So it also provides with the description that is the product exposed sensitive information to an actor that is not explicitly authorized to have access to that information, like private personal information, messages, financial data, records, location, or contact details. Also, the network status and configuration are also very dangerous if it is exposed to the cyber criminal. And yes, information leak, information disclosure, and also it recommends us with the potential mitigation if we scroll down near to the bottom here. Oh, in this vulnerabilities, it only suggests us with only one mitigation, one possible mitigation is to the title is to separation of privilege, to compartmentalize the system to have safe areas where trust boundaries can be unambiguously drawn. Do not allow sensitive data to go outside of the trust boundary, and always be careful when interfacing with the compartment outside of the safe area. Ensure that the appropriate compartmentalization is built into the system design, and the compartmentalizations allows for and reinforce privileged separation functionality. Architects and designers should rely on the principle of least privilege to decide the appropriate time to use privilege and the time to drop privilege. That means to have prioritize. They have to prioritize and they have to protect the sensitive data. Do not like ultimately do not let the confidential information leak out. Otherwise, it can pose a huge threat to the security system. Here, some further information about this vulnerability, and the last one, which is this CWE ID 693. Perfect number for me. My lucky number. And for the description, the products does not use or incorrectly use a protection mechanism that provides sufficient defense against direct attacks against the product. And here's the extended version. This weakness covers three situations, and it does not protect against everything that is intended. An ignore mechanism occurs when a mechanism is available and inactive use within the product, but the developer has not applied it in some code path. And here is the suggestion. Oh my God, where's the suggestion? You see here, it does not provide us with the suggestion. So maybe I will find the other CWE ID to address it. Yeah. So for the improper restriction of render UI layers and frames, here's the description. to describe about the vulnerabilities and some possible mitigation to address this problem. It's or in the implementation phase, use of extreme options to restrict usage of the application from overlays, frames, iframes. Can use frame breaker, helpful for legacy browsers that do not support extreme options. Also, the defense in-depth technique used to prevent the improper usage of frame in web application prioritize the valid source of data to be loaded into the application, as well as to the developer should use the frame accessor directive or the frame source directive to mitigate this weakness. Both directives allow for the replacement of restrictions when it comes to allowing embedded content. So in conclusion, I find that WhatsApp is like a good tool for us to try to attack our build website in order to find out to track the possible vulnerabilities so that we can have uh an overall look about our website and what to upgrade, what to fix, what to patch in order to provide the customer with like more well built application to the customers. So that is the end of our technical demonstration. Thank you for listening and wish you a very good day. Goodbye. Peace.